Central Election Committee (BJP) announces candidates for 4 constituencies of state by-election. Ex-Congress MLA Mohammad Nazir, who supported BJP, fails to get BJP ticket. Indo-Myanmar road was blocked as no BJP candidate was fielded for Lilong constituency. LYDC warns of indefinite strike in Thoubal district. Education Minister Sarokaibam Rajan appeals MSU to revoke their protest against government's order allowing private schools to collect 30% tuition fee. Manipur also observed International Day of the Girl Child 2020. Chief Minister Nongthomam Biren appeals to nurture girl child. A 50-year-old man has raped an 8-year-old girl at a rental house in an area in Imphal West district. Police arrest the accused. Congress MLA K. Ranjit says Congress party can overpower BJP state government led by Chief Minister Nongthomam Biren anytime. Manipur reports 3 more COVID-19 deaths and 234 new cases in the last 24 hours, rising state tally above 13,326. And COVID-19 cases in India crossed 70 lakh mark with over 74,000 new cases reported in the last 24 hours and recoveries are above 60 lakh. Kurumjari, good evening. You are watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari with you. To stay protected from coronavirus infection, wash your hands frequently, wear your face masks properly, and maintain a safe distance. In the next 30 minutes, I'll be taking you through today's latest updates from across the state and the world. First up, the Central Election Committee (BJP) announced candidates for 4 out of 5 constituencies for the upcoming by-election to be held on November 7th. The names of the 4 assembly constituencies are Wangoi Assembly Constituency, Wangjing Tentha Assembly Constituency, Saitu Assembly Constituency and Singhat Assembly Constituency. The candidates are Agriculture Minister Oinam Lukhoi in Wangoi Assembly Constituency, ex-MLA Paunam Brojen in Wangjing Tentha, ex-MLA Ngamthang Haukip in Saitu Assembly Constituency, and ex-MLA Dingswan Hao in Singhat Assembly Constituency. The Central Election Committee meeting of BJP held yesterday, presided by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP President JP Nadda, Home Minister Amit Shah announced the names of party candidates for the by-election. However, BJP ticket was not given to ex-Congress MLA Mohammad Nasir, who supported BJP, and no candidate for Lilong was announced. Following the announcement of candidates, General Secretary of All Lilong Youth Development Committee, N.M. Aziz Khan, warned of indefinite general strike in Thoubal district starting 6 a.m. tomorrow if authorities concerned fail to fill any BJP candidates for Lilong constituency by tomorrow morning for the upcoming by-election. He further warned to boycott a BJP in Lilong and the upcoming by-election too. Residents of Lilong enraged and took out protest demonstration along Indo-Myanmar road this afternoon as no BJP candidate was announced for Lilong constituency, which is mainly inhabited by minority Muslim. The protesters blocked roads with logs and burnt down BJP flag. Upon getting the information of the protest, Thoubal district police personnel rushed to the spot and appealed the protesters to revoke their strike. As the protests intensified, police fired tear gas shells to scatter the protesters. Speaking further to media, N.M. Aziz Khan said, amid people lashing out at BJP for treating minority as second-class citizens, he termed failure to find BJP candidate at the lone Meitei Pangal constituency as unfortunate.
वाना चेंजरक लिबा अमदी बीजेपी बु कदाई द करमाइन सोई की कदगे खल्लगा लिंखसर रिबल लिलोंगी मंडल अमदी डिस्ट्रिक्ट की नत्रगना माइनॉरिटी मोर्चा सिगी वाहन थोक लिलोंग द लैरिब्रा करिगुंबा लिलोंग द बीजेपी टिकट था द बतारगदी बीजेपी की लिलोंग मंडल डिस्ट्रिक्ट अमदी माइनॉरिटी मोर्चा मरु फंगना मुथतकनी पालिब लैंगाकना अमदी सेंटरना वाहन थोक लैहनबिद्रे हैबसे अखोइगी अचिरप थाजब ओइरे टिकट थादोक तबगिदमक प्रजा मयाम सिंगना असौब इहो महौरक लिबसे मसीगी से अखोइ कैदोनुंग द खोंगजंग हंदोकलोय अमदी हयेंगदगी थौबाल डिस्ट्रिक्ट की ओइना अकन बजने स्ट्राइक कौजरगनी हाइना प्रेस की थोंगदा निंगसिंगजरी लिलोंग द बाय इलेक्शन बॉयकॉट तौगनी बाय इलेक्शन पांगथोकपसु अदुगी अयाब अखोइना पीब ngamjaroi.
Education Minister Sorokhaibam Rajan appealed all Manipur Students Union to revoke their protest against government's order allowing private schools to collect 30% tuition fee. He further assured to hold a talk with MSU representatives and department officials. He was responding to Impact News queries on the sidelines of inspection visit of government schools at Lamshang constituency today. Speaking further, Minister Rajan said the order to collect 30% fees from students to pay 50% salary of teachers was an appropriate step. He added livelihoods of teachers also depends on their salary. He added the demands by MSU were also apprised to the director and a director-level meeting will be held and if does not bring any agreements. He will further look into his capabilities to look into the matter.
Linju Sidanaba, Chashu Teknaba, Punamak, Himinava, Yaba, Habadugi, Kalonda Torokanda, School Linkaliba Kambusing, School Management Committee, 20% Putopa, Guardians in Gisatagi, 30% Putoga, Ozawa revising to Adus Sumnagi Tolo, Lupalishing Manga, Tariat Nipan Pangamudu, 50% of Pidors. Yam low minimum the never with the Pigadris. I don't know. Sumi Kopitki, I quay one red tabak sooner dress and talk later Hirasu, Unity growl the young Kanda was asking to give the one to put to the Sarkan, Suyai and a Kontangsi. Lovani, I quay Msugi, my Kadegi Sumasi, and Topin and my Kadegi, the appeal to Janingi, I do Moina Pamiba, Moina Ningi was Sukarino, I've said, Director Gilevel, the Quawarishano, Director, Kan Honori.
Speaking further to media, Education Minister S. Rajan appealed teachers to take benefited roles in increasing student strength. He added government will hold responsible for improving infrastructures of government schools. He inspected Khulem Laikai Junior High School, Lamphal, Haurang Sabal Government Primary School, Lamsang, Praja High School, Lamsang and Haibong Popi Government School during the inspection visit. Officials of Education as Department accompanied the minister.
Rangan education yugi college sectors in the Satpani, Nasina school education Satpa, our school education gi Makada Ladiva, primary Madi, junior high school, secondary Mayam Singsi Sokoi Pazana, Shemzelaga, Equi Chatra Singsi, government schools, Hikanabahonavagi Pandama Madangasi the Gihonai, school gi Fibum, infrastructures Mayam Singsi, Matik Chana like Tavadagi, Satra like Trini Haidana, was asking Ita Tatana. Haibo from the Kok Nanabagi the Makta, Manipur Sarkargi Maikaidagi, school infrastructure sing a Tubomatam the Pagat Anabagi the Makta, Ahagis Hayauraga director Ramsung, engineering by Amari Lanabe, department Mam Yauraga, Pil visit Nekuna Salisiaduna, school Fagalan Bagi, infrastructure Fagalan Bagi, Daita do Sarkana Tunalorni.
Social Welfare Department observed International Day of the Girl Child 2020 at Gandhi Memorial Hall today. Commissioner of Social Welfare Department H. Gyan Prakash, Director N.G. Uttam and top officials of the department attended the event. Winners of various online competition held in relation to Naksha Mukt Abhiyan and International Day of Girl Child 2020 were also felicitated at the event. A website specially meant for persons with disabilities was launched and a short film titled The Dawn, that is Anoba Mangal, was also released on the occasion. Speaking at the event, H. Gyan Prakash said United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution to declare October 11th as the International Day of the Girl Child to recognize girls' rights and the unique challenges girls face around the world. The Aided today reminds of those goals mentioned in Millennium Development Goal, which includes to give more power to women, to enhance the financial condition of women by taking up various developmental projects for women, to decrease poverty rate and to include women in taking decisions of a society. He also asserted that as per the resolution by United Nations General Assembly, the day acknowledged and celebrate the importance and potentials of girls around the world and to promote gender equality. The Commissioner appreciated Social Welfare Department for organizing various competitions to spread awareness on the issue amid the COVID-19 pandemic.
United Nations na lepaga apoi kari nupi singi angang singi kamaina kari haina mogi hojik leiba hana degi apoi patriarchal society nupa na ngamaga chalakpasi kamain tawna correct tawsige haibasi yam important oyana khallaga international day oina lauthoga sida ina whole world sina punna chatminna rakanda si gisi ngamgani hana khanbadagi United Nations ne adopt torpani Haibadi akoina nupi singi damakta hena tawraga nupada nathaga nupa gangda mangjani haiba kaisu leite koi economy se pulap chawkat minaraga di akoi yenna ba saruk se mayam hana kitang daw madu nupi su koina su loina productive oiraga di yengara ba mapum se hena chawrani ana yen basi mayam hajana yen minarna hana nupa na kitang thong ba su adu ma gi su hingalane.
As a part of observation of International Day of the Girl Child, Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren appealed people to nurture and uplift girl child. In Chief Minister's post on Facebook and Twitter, he appealed people to take pledge to provide girls a world which is safe, equal, progressive and full of opportunities. District Task Force Beti Bachao Beti Parao Triple BP Thoubal also observed International Day of Girl Child at District Election Counting Hall, Thoubal District today. The event was held on the theme My Voice, Our Equal Future. Additional Deputy Commissioner Thoubal L. Radhakanta, Chief Medical Officer Thoubal Dr. N. Jayant Kumar, Additional SP Thoubal Lakshya Kumar and Divisional Forest Officer Debala attended the event. Arjuna Awardee boxer Sarita and 15th position holder in recent HSLC examination Archana were also felicitated on the occasion. A 50-year-old man has raped an 8-year-old girl at the rental house in an area in Imphal West District. According to Impact News sources, the accused also reside at a rental house in the same locality. The accused rapist is identified as Namirakpam Sahed alias Santa, son of Koireng from Basikong. The incident occurred at 8 p.m. on October 9th. After the incident, the accused failed. However, he was arrested by Wangoi police personnel from Wangu and handed over to Singjumai police station. Various women organizations and clubs demanded authorities concerned to award befitted punishment to the culprit.
Ngang jemana nungdangi pung nipan makai mutar pa swai sida ngang jemana po leison thadore pa sida maju matung ilaga la pa da ai di hanagi mana luna chana tawri boy adum maninge ngang jine dukan je thonglo lame ai changjarage na haiba kan sida mana ngang je makhu khudang pai rega mang samda ko le pura chakhibani aduga mini kunmuki adai da ngang je mangre na thinara kanda khoju yauna thira kanda ngang je hairi ba phibam da Lairambadaki mayam sangdana mabu phuba cheba tawre adu aisu sajida saikatane aina khanjaba
nupi ijat sibu khongkaung da ya de habegi nupi mayam mama ma oibagi yamna nungai tabaga loina na khoina government da police ki saita haijari angang chigi oiba karamba ekta panbi no pokshora natraga karino adugi matik chaba chairak su pibiro adu isa sigi hingnaba karino lambi ma semdana mayam da club na kainona gamena police ki station ki side tagi asmaina sinbi ona thamjaninge.
Meanwhile, following reports of maltreatment of a differently abled child by his father in an area under Suknu police station, a combined team of lawyers for human rights Manipur and Suknu police picked up and detained accused father. The father reportedly harassed and abused his own child and even starved him. Speaking on the sidelines, Assistant Secretary of Parents Council for Persons with Disabilities Manipur, Konthausam Sonia Chanu said the incident was reported on October 9, following which LHRM filed a complaint case to Suknu police station against the incident. She said that the police summoned the accused at Suknu police station around 9 a.m. today. Sonia Chanu also said the team counseled the father and even made him sign a declaration to discontinue such rash action, failing which the team have warned him of legal actions. Congress MLA K. Ranjit said Congress party can overpower the BJP-led state government at any moment. However, Congress did not take up such step over possible implementation of president rule by the central leaders and subdued various prevailing major issues in the state against the interests of people. He was speaking at the reception program of new Congress entrants from BJP held at Kakching Kuno Municipal Council's Ward number 7 today. Speaking further, MLA K. Ranjit said various MLAs of the government appealed Congress party to form a new government during the recent minister reshuffled. However, Congress did not accept the proposal considering the interests of people. He added if Congress ever accepted the proposal to be part of the new government, president rule might have imposed in the state and various critical issues like framework agreement, delimitation and others might get concluded against the interests of people. MLA K. Ranjit said arrangements are all set to file disqualification cases against the 12 MLAs who appointed parliamentary secretary against the constitution.
Peace Tone Laga Sumpi Pidra Noitu have the Yagadu Mande. Other Huzuli Sarkasina, Central Lady government is the Hangdine. Karigino, Karidi, and Agrino. Agreements signed the Wulu never having to go possessing media. Those only out of it. Huzikla, peace talking, Lucale, Harise, Sidon Manipur, Kalima Yaduba, Yaram Magana, Tamda, my hore. Manipur, Soko, have we put Yaram Magana. No, Nabaga, Nessan Highways is the Banto, the not how can be house. Manunda River Ankase, Sineva. Adamayam among the Yam of our government of our Sarkar.
National Sports University Harautel Protection Committee lauded the people of the state for standing unanimously against the band caused by KSO and Kuki in P. Kangpokpi district regarding the final demarcation of National Sports University in Harautel. Unknown miscreants planted a bomb at the NRL pump in Singjumay Mayingbam Laikai last night. Locals discovered the bomb at around 9 p.m. Upon hearing the information, Kakwa police rushed to the spot and safely removed the bomb, following which club members, Maira Paibis and residents of Singjumay Mayingbam Laikai carried out a protest demonstration against the incident in front of Singjumay NRL oil pump today. Singjumay Mayingbam Laikai, Maira Lup and Social Development Organization jointly organized the sit-in. Taking part in the protest, Secretary of Singjumay Mayingbam Laikai, Maira Lup, Sarungbam Bijenti condemned the incident which created fear psychosis and panic to the people of the area amid the tough times of the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. She also appealed not to repeat such misconduct ever again.
Huji suwana COVID-19 ki lanthengni mark sidaida war batanza sidaida karigumba yaning de bana tagyana da ya leragasu media ki thongda na tara su any mafum ama jaga amada torga waro simpiraglo sinju athu matam pami program yamna war matak ja awaba pi chaitheng pi gi habi wakhanche sisimati thaduk pi habi wakhal lon dang asigi phami phamachina hongdok jabani adu matungna jo amona tawbunu sugum singchina aduki matik war ba mayam singu kanbi pami habi se mera gi ma singchi gi mahut chelaga haijabana.
Proscribe outfit UPRFM announced a statewide general strike from 1 a.m. of 14th October till 5 p.m. of October 15 in relation to Black Day of Manipur on October 15th. The general strike have been called to protest against the forced merger of Manipur into the Indian Union. Press release from the outfit appealed people to support the general strike. It's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News.
Panthoibi Group presents Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, has completed its 15 years of service, having 13 branches including Guwahati. Provides subsidized home loan under PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Panthoibi Microfinance deals in microfinance. Panthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loans against fixed deposit and properties. Panthoibi Construction booking is going on for flats, villas, row house. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies.
Welcome back. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. India's COVID-19 crossed 70 lakh mark with a single-day spike of 74,383 new cases reported in the last 24 hours, while the number of people who have recovered from the disease are above 60 lakh, pushing the recovery rate to 86.17%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,08,334 and active COVID-19 cases are above 8,67,000, with Maharashtra is still on the top with over 2,21,000 active cases of COVID-19. In the last 24 hours, more than 10,78,000 people were conducted across the country. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 3 crore 70 lakh people, above 1 crore 78,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 2 crore 81 lakh. The USA is on the top with more than 26 lakh 36,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil. Now, updates on coronavirus cases in Manipur. Manipur reported 234 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 3 deaths in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 13,326, of which 2,731 are active cases. In the last 24 hours, 2 coronavirus-infected females, one 64-year-old from Imphal West and another 70-year-old from Churachandpur and one 87-year-old male from Imphal East district passed away at RIMS, Home and Jennings respectively. With this, death toll has reached 91. On the positive note, 198 people were discharged in the past 24 hours and recovered cases have reached 10,504. State's recovery rate stands at 78.82%. Out of the newly infected persons, 222 are from general population and 12 are personnel of Central Armed Police Force. Newly infected persons are from general population are 132 from Imphal West, 37 from Imphal East, 7 from Thawbal, 12 from Bishnupur, 8 from Tamenglong district, 14 from Churachandpur district, 3 from Kokching district, 2 each from Juribam, Ukhrul and Technopol districts, and 1 each from Kangpokpi, None and Senapati districts. 3 persons out of the general population, all from Imphal West districts, are returnees from other states, while the rest are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. People's Task Force for COVID-19 in collaboration with Indian Red Cross Society Manipur State Branch, Indian Medical Association IMA, Manipur State Branch and Association for Healthcare Providers of India, that is AHPI, held one-day academic discourse on COVID-19 pandemic today. The event was held at IMA Hall in Lamphilpat. Speaking at the event, media in charge of People's Task Force for COVID-19, M. Angamba, urged Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren to consult experts and make out all efforts to combat COVID-19 spread in the state. He claimed that there is a major loophole in the state government's protective measures against COVID-19, considering the surging cases of COVID-19 positive cases in the state. Lamenting that there are inadequate ICU beds in the hospitals, he expressed concern that the state government might face further escalation of COVID-19 during winter. He urged the state government to hold consultations with experts and arrange necessary equipments to ward off further COVID-19 community transmission in the state.
ICU support to mathok tarakpa pension singi yamna chawba khudong chadaba ma Manipur da lairiba hosijik lairiba healthcare capacity amadi hospitalization ki oire phibam bed ki lairiba ki chang amadi lairiba ICU ki machine kona ngamaktabana ekoi maroina hojik lairiba pandemic asida kamain tawdana strategy je anoba dimension nama jing maroina COVID-19 ki nabagi mission ki henjalakpa phibam masida maroina ekoi ki lairiba laingakna public health ki experts sing amadi biostatistician experts sing amadi tongan be experts sing yauraga apunba committee amakak semakanda hojik maroina covid na ba mi madagi primary case gi atopa secondary infection tawbagi ngambagi chang se masigi transmission gi rate asi kayam lairibagi haibaga nising basi hotlaga puthokna bi damakta data analysis sawna bi damta akaknaba committee ema semakanda Manipur lengak na thabuk lokhot minaba ma changin.
Rama Foundation in Nagamapal Rims Road will organize a free training program on how to grow mushroom on the theme Income Generation and Become Self-Employed and Leadership on October 14th. Manipuri Muslim Council Moray appealed government to repair the river banks of Lairok River. People residing along the river banks are anxious over possible collapse of river banks at the areas near the confluence of Lairok and Kujairok rivers in Moray and leaving the area flooded. Speaking to media, General Secretary of Manipuri Muslim Council Moray, Nasir Khan said people of the areas on the site of Ward number 7 usually suffered during every flood.
सरकार की मैकेदा करीगुंबा खरा थमजरी मदुदी लाइरोक तुरेन की मपांदा लैरिबा युम सिंह असी चाही खुदिंगी इसिंगी चाव लाकपना मरम ओइदुना प्रजा सिंह असी मिपाइनरे अदुकी मतिक वारे अदुना सरकारना अथुब मतमदा मसिबु मियेंग चंगबिदुना प्रजा सिंह असीगी अवाबसी कोखिन बिनबा हाइना सरकार की पुनिंग चिंचुंजरी.
Co-convener of E. Lamtang Yelhomi Kanballog Waikhom Nilabanta warned of indefinite general strike starting October 14 if authorities concerned fail to award befitted punishment to those involved in vandalizing the shrine of Kaunu Lairenbi at Laimakong, Chingmang. Speaking to media at Thangmaiban Hijam Dewan Laikai today, Waikhom Nilabanta strongly condemned causing destruction to the shrine of Kaunu Lairenbi by taking advantage of unrest between two communities. He further urged those concerned to restore the shrine and tender a public apology.
इमागी खुफमदा अतोय काई थोखिबा अमदी अकोइबा द तारिबा खुनसिंगी युम थुगाइबदा जेनरिबा म्यूसिंग लेंगाकना सेराक पिफम थोई मदु पिबियु मणिपुर गे अहांगबा लमहांगसिंगदा नौना युम सागलक्तुना खुनलिलकपगी थोंग चथरकलिबा सिगुमसिंग सिसु लेंगाकना मियंग संगसिनदुना अथिंगबा थमजनबियु नौना लमसिंग खुनसिंग अनौबा ममिंग थोनबगी मणिपुरदा हौजि कल्चर अमा नौना लाइसिंगसे मसिसु खुदकता थिंजनबिगदबनी मणिपुर गे चिंग अमदी तमदा लैरिबा येलोमी सिंगना लाइफम तिनफम अमदी उमंग लाइगी खुफम सिंग पुनमक ngakpi senbinabgidemak athuba ain ama semduna quantified tawbigidane laifam len singsigi chapchaba mafam ama jurisdiction sida magi akoibisida kanaguma furu amatagi nata kanaguma amatana maduda khut thingjanba natraga kaiguma amta tawhandanabagide codified tawbiyo.
R.K. Maipaksana Memorial Trust presented R.K. Maipaksana Journalist Fellowship Award to Sana Laipak reporter Ngangom Suraj today. The award was handed over to N. Suraj at 96th birth anniversary celebration of R.K. Maipaksana organized by Manipur Sahitya Parishad at its office in Pauna Market. It may be mentioned that R.K. Maipaksana was an eminent activist, journalist, revolutionary and teacher. Writers Club Manipur held its 26th Foundation Day at Royal Academy of Law, Oinam today. Nambol MLA and Lokan and President of Writers Club Manipur, Nambol Rajan Sarangthem attended the event. A book entitled Mitai Inat Arai Langba Amasung Ningsing Waroishing and Umang Lai Haraubada Anoba Mityeng Ama Anishuba Saruk, written by Ipopishak Nongthomba, Aidi Maibini Maiba, written by Oinam Birachandra, and Kanglen Mukna Amasung Machat by Dr. O. Chauba Mite was released at the event. This year's N. Jadenshore Singh Ningsing Saitya Mana 2020 was conferred to writer of Hainai Nahakshe Angaubini by Devdas Mairembam. Sagolban MLA R.K. Imo distributed personal loans to the beneficiaries of IMC worth number 8 MIS winners under Pradhan Mantri Awaj Yojana PMAY scheme today. MLA Imo distributed a loan of 15,000 rupees to altogether 60 beneficiaries of worth number 9. Speaking at the event held at Wahingbam Laikai Yumjau Lairindi, MLA R.K. Imo said that he took the initiative after some cooperators of 4 wards of the constituency showed partiality while selecting beneficiaries. He asserted that the 60 MIS beneficiaries were selected out of the total 130 beneficiaries of worth number 8. He also assured to provide the same loans to around 500 beneficiaries of 4 wards of the constituencies, namely IMC worth number 7, 8, 10 and 24 at the earliest.
मागी लेरिबा वार्ड की काउंसलर सिंसिदा अखोइना दम फाना बतो जसनु मोय सिंग होना जरगा काउंसलर मेंबर्स सिंग होना जरगा दम मयाम के अब सिंजा गदराना अखोइना जो दम फ्री था बने खाब सिदा करी तौगे हाबदा मफम खरददी अई मीगी हाइदना से पुथोंगा रगा तत्था नब होनबा खरना यंगत ब होनबा खरना थादतबा खरना ममी यावरबदो कथलबा मसीगुमसे यामना थोगोक से सोलबा and then lack of tea I think young work on the Zoom MIS Magi and Kara Kahana Salana Krana Karana Tataka Tamba a sea man that hold up with the gate but I have
Social Economic and Development Organization SEDO today distributed farmers registration card to farmers today. The distribution program was held under the aegis of District Agriculture Office, Bishnupur, Government of Manipur. Speaking at the event, Nambol Circle Extension Officer N. Ibohal urged the farmers to obtain the farmers' card distributed by the state government to avail benefits of the various schemes. Bishnupur Circle Extension Officer N. Kumar, ex-serviceman A. Nimaichan and SEDO President T. Sham took part in the event held at Ningthokong, Awang Kuna Ward number 1 Community Hall. A team of Assam Rifles Technopole district has seized cigarettes and betel nuts worth around 1.79 lakh rupees from Technopole vehicle checkpost. The items were brought in a Maruti Desire bearing registration number ML05Q7260. The person who was driving the vehicle is Ongun Sata Haukep from More Worth number 7. The arrested person along with the seized items were handed over to Technopole police station. A team of Thoubal District Police Commando, including women police, carried out door-to-door search operation at Lilong Dam, Makha and Athokhong areas in Thoubal District. Altogether, 250 individuals of 80 households were verified during the drive carried out from 4:45 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. today. No one was arrested. However, 2 double barrels were seized during the drive. Youth Foundation for Fitness and Service, Manipur held its annual general conference at its office complex in Kwakitel today. H. Megachandra, Dr. I.S. Konthauzam and K.H. Ramananda were elected as office bearers for tenure of 3 years for the foundation. .3 magnitude of earthquake hit Manipur at 11:08 p.m. last night for around 5 seconds. As per report by National Center for Seismological Ministry of Earth Science, the epicenter of the earthquake was 45 kilometers on southwest from Imphal at an area in Bishnupur. It was struck on latitude 24.69 north and longitude 93.47 degree east. Walls of a district transport office DTO at Baijang in Churachandpur collapsed during the tremor. However, there was no report of injury. Speaking to media, watchmen of DTO Churachandpur appealed to government to look into the deplorable condition of the wall as it might further collapse any time. And before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Central Election Committee BJP announces candidates for 4 constituencies of state by-election. Ex-Congress MLA Mohammad Nazir, who supported BJP, fails to get BJP ticket. Indo-Myanmar road was blocked as no BJP candidate was fielded for Lilong constituency. ALY-DC warns of indefinite strike in Thoubal district. Education Minister Thorai Kaiwam Rajan appeals MSU to revoke their protest against government's order allowing private schools to collect 30% tuition fee. Manipur also observed International Day of the Girl Child 2020. Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren appeals to nurture girl child. A 50-year-old man has raped an 8-year-old girl at a rental house in an area in Imphal West District. Police arrest the accused. Congress MLA K. Ranjit says Congress party can overpower BJP state government led by Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren anytime. Manipur reports 3 more COVID-19 deaths and 234 new cases in the last 24 hours, rising state's tally above 13,326. And COVID-19 cases in India crossed a 70 lakhs mark with over 74,000 new cases reported in the last 24 hours, and recoveries are over 60 lakhs. That's all we have for today. Thanks for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipur Bulletin. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter,